Question number 9 is a tank with rectangular base and rectangular sides open at the top is to be constructed so that its depth is 2 meter and volume is 8 meter cube. Now whatever the open tank is to be constructed, the height of the tank is 2 meters and the volume is constant 8 meter cube. If building of tank cost rupees 70 per square meter for the base, the cost of the base is 70 per square meter and rupees 45 per square meter for sides. What is the cost of least expensive tank? So here we have to make our cost minimum, so the area of the tank is to be minimized. Now taking up the dimensions of this tank, as it is rectangular, length we have assumed as x, width is being assumed as y, and the height, that is the depth given, is 2. Now volume is calculated, which is constant, as length into breadth into height. So it becomes 8 equal to, height is 2, so 2xy, making y as a subject, that is expressing y in terms of x. So y is equal to 4 upon x. Now going for area of the tank by taking area of base plus area of sides. There are total 4 sides. So we take it area of the base as xy. Now taking up the side, 2 of the side will be having the length as x and breadth as 2, that is the height. So 2 is 2 sides total, and their area is 2 into x, that is length into breadth. 2 of the sides will be having length as y and breadth as 2. So 2 is the number of sides multiplied by the area, length into breadth, that is 2y. This is how the area function is being made. So it will become as a is equal to xy plus 4x plus 4y, by simplifying it, keeping the value of x as keeping the value of y as 4 upon x, we get here the complete area as x and x gets cancelled, so only 4 remains, 4x, 4 into 4 makes it 16 by x. So this is the function or the expression of area in terms of x. Now to calculate the dimensions, we have to differentiate the area function with respect to x. So differentiating with respect to x, we get dA by dx, derivative of x is 1 upon x derivative minus 1 upon x square. So this is our statement number 1. Equating it to 0, we get 4 minus 16 by x square equal to 0, 16 by x square equal to 4. Cross multiplication will give x square is equal to 4. Therefore x will be equal to plus or minus 2, but here as it is dimensions, we have to take only plus 2. If x is 2, keeping in y is 4 by x, so y also is 2. Now taking up for minimizing the area, we have to go for second derivative, that is differentiating dA by dx again with respect to x. So that gives us d square a upon dx square is equal to minus 16 d by dx as x raised to minus 2. Differentiating it and multiplying, we get d square a upon dx square is equal to 32 by x cube. Substituting x value as 2, so we get 32 upon 8. Cancellation gives us 4. So it is positive greater than 0. Therefore, area is minimum when x is equal to 2. Now we have to go for calculating the cost of the tank. For that, we are going to take it up the equation of the area. Base is having 70. So x into y, 2 into 2 will make it 4. So 4 into 70. That is the base cost. The side cost, if we take it out 2 common, or if we multiply by keeping x as 2, y as 2, we will get it as 8 for 2 into 2x and 8 for 2 into 2y after keeping the value of x and y, and that cost is, the cost of the side given is 45. So total area becomes 16. 16 into 45 gives us the value as 720, and 70 into 4 is 280. Adding both, the minimum cost becomes 1000. So this is how the cost becomes minimum for constructing the tank. Question number 10 is the sum of perimeter of a circle and a square is k. That means the circle perimeter added with square perimeter, it is a constant k. Prove that sum of their areas is least when the side of square is double the radius of the circle. Here we have to minimize the total area of square and circle, and when it will be minimized when the side of the square is double the radius of circle. So if we are assuming the side of the square to be x, then the final answer we have to prove like x is equal to 2r, that is double of radius. Now we begin with the solution as, let the side of square be x, radius of circle is r. So perimeter of square will become 4x, that is 4 sides are added, so it becomes 4x. Perimeter of circle means circumference of circle, that is 2 pi r. Now sum of perimeter means perimeter of circle plus circumference of circle, that is given as k. So k is equal to 4x plus 2 pi r. So we will be making here x as a subject. So expressing x in terms of r, shifting 2 pi r the other side, we get 4x is equal to k minus 2 pi r. Shifting 4 the other side, it becomes x is equal to k minus 2 pi r divided by 4. So this we will mark it as 1, first statement. Now going for taking the total area of both, that is area of square plus area of circle, we get area of circle as x square and area of circle as pi r square and area of square as x square. In the place of x, keeping the value from 1, k minus 2 pi r upon 4 whole square plus pi r square, expanding it by using the formula of a minus b whole square, we'll get like this. 4 square is 16 plus pi r square. Taking 16 as the LCM and calculating it, we get a as equal to k square minus 4 pi rk plus 4 pi square r square plus 16 pi r square. This is the function of area. Now calculating it by taking out the derivative, that is differentiating with respect to r, we get dA by dr as 1 upon 16 d by dr of this whole term is to be differentiated. So derivative of r becomes 1, k square is constant, so 0. Derivative of r square is 2r, so it becomes 8 pi square r. R square derivative is 2r, so that makes it 32 pi r, which is being marked as statement number 2. Now to calculate the radius, we need to equate it. The first derivative is equated to 0. So 16 goes here, becomes 0. 4 is taken out common, so we get 8 pi r plus 2 pi square r minus pi k equal to 0. Again taking out pi common, shifting everything other side, everything will become 0 and the equation becomes 8r plus 2 pi r minus k equal to 0. Taking out r common, shifting k the other side becomes plus k. So final value of r that we get it is k upon 8 plus 2 pi, which we will mark it as 3. Now to show that the area is minimum, we will again differentiate 2 with respect to x. So differentiating it, we get here the derivative of r is 1 and the first two terms are 0. Derivative of r becomes 1, so it is 1 by 16, 8 pi square. Derivative of r is 1, so 32 pi. The whole term is positive, greater than 0, therefore area is minimum when the value of r is k upon 8 plus 2 pi. Now substituting this value of r for calculating x in equation number 1, x becomes like, we'll take these as the value. Wherever r is there, keep there k upon 8 plus 2 pi. Taking the LCM, we get 8k plus 2k pi minus 2 pi k getting cancelled, and LCM, that is denominator, gets multiplied with 4 and we get 8 plus 2 pi. So after the cancellation, only 8k upon 4, 8 plus 2 pi remains. 8 and 4 cancellation gives 2, and if you are writing 2 outside and only keeping inside the bracket k upon 8 plus 2 pi, this value k upon 8 plus 2 pi is the value of r, So we get x is equal to 2r. So the side of square is double of the radius of circle. 11th one is, a window is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. A rectangular window is there which is surmounted by a semicircular opening. The total perimeter of the window is 10 meters. So addition of the this perimeter of rectangle as well as of the semicircle, the total perimeter is 10 meter. Find the dimensions of the window to admit maximum light through the whole opening. Now we have to maximize the area of the window so that the maximum light enters. Now taking up the dimensions of the window as taking up length as 2x. Why 2x is being taken here? Reason, the radius of the circle will be x and x, which will be easy for our calculation. And width as, the breadth as y. Length of the rectangle becomes 2x, width as y, radius is x. Perimeter of window will become addition of all the sides, all the three sides and the semicircle. So 2x plus 2y, and the circumference of semicircle is pi r. So we have added the complete perimeter of the window. Now perimeter of window given is 10. So that is equal to 2x plus 2y plus pi x. Now expressing y in terms of x, we get 10 minus 2x minus pi x is equal to 2y. Shifting 2x and pi x the other side. Then making y as a subject, we get y equal to 10 minus 2x minus pi x whole divided by 2. Mark this statement as 1. Now we have to calculate the total area of window. The total area of window will be area of rectangle plus area of semicircle. Now area of rectangle will become length into breadth. Length is 2x, breadth is y, so it becomes 2xy. And area of semicircle will be half of the area of circle, that is pi x square by 2. Keeping the value of y from 1, the total area becomes 2x, which gets cancelled here, and multiplying x with the bracket becomes a equal to 10x minus 2x square minus pi x square plus pi x square divided by 2. So keeping in the proper order the entire area, the area function becomes 10x minus 2x square plus pi x square by 2 minus pi x square. Now to calculate the maximum value or to maximize the area, we have to differentiate it with respect to x. So differentiating the area function with respect to x, we get dA by dx is equal to 10 minus 4x plus pi x minus 2 pi x, that is to be marked as statement number 2. To get the value of x, equate it to 0. So we get 10 minus 4x minus pi x, because 2 pi x minus 2 pi x gives minus pi x equal to 0. Making x as a subject, we get the value of x as 10 upon 4 plus pi. Now again differentiating statement number 2 with respect to x, we get d square a upon dx square as minus 4 plus pi minus 2 pi. That gives minus 4 minus pi by operating pi minus 2 pi, which is negative, less than 0. Therefore area is maximum. Now it is asked to find the dimension of the window. So length is 2x. So making the length as 2x, keeping the value of x here. So 2 into 10 will make it 20 upon 4 plus pi. To calculate the value of y, wherever x is there in first statement, keep their x value as 10 upon 4 plus pi. Take the LCM. Multiplication will give 40 plus 10 pi. 40 plus 10 pi minus 20 minus 10 pi whole divided by, it comes down, pi plus 4 comes down, so it becomes 2 plus into 2 into pi plus 4. 10 pi and minus 10 pi gets cancelled. 40 minus 20 gets cancelled. That is 40 minus 20 will give 20 divided by 2 pi plus 4. 2 and 20 cancellation gives 10 upon pi plus 4. Hence the dimension of the window is, length should be 20 upon 4 plus pi and breadth is 10 upon pi plus 4, so that the area is maximum. 12th one, which is very important. The question is, a point on the hypotenuse of a triangle is at a distance A and B from the sides of the triangle. Show that the minimum length of the hypotenuse is a raised to 2 by 3 plus b raised to 2 by 3 whole raised to the power 3 by 2. Now in this example, we have to prove that the length of the hypotenuse is minimum and the length is given by this term when a point F, which is at a distance B from AB and distance A from BC, is lying on the hypotenuse. Now, how to take it up the length of hypotenuse AC? For that, we have drawn the lines DF and EF. There will be two right angles, ADF and EFC. Taking up the triangle ADF, marking the angle as theta. If this angle is theta, this will be also theta, as the lines are parallel. So taking up cos theta, we get base upon hypotenuse, that is DF upon AF. DF taken is B, so cos theta will become B upon AF. This implies AF is equal to B upon cos theta. So that will make 1 upon cos theta as AF is equal to B sec theta. Marking this statement as 1. Now taking up the second triangle, that is CEF. The perpendicular is EF, that is A. So taking up here sin theta. Taking up sin theta, we get EF upon CF. EF is A. So sin theta is equal to A upon CF. CF will become A upon sin theta, and 1 upon sin theta gives CF is equal to A cosec theta. So marking this statement as 2. Now as length of hypotenuse is asked, which is the addition of AF plus CF, so adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2, we get AF plus CF is equal to B sec theta plus A cosec theta. AF plus CF gives A C, that is B sec theta plus A cosec theta. Mark this statement as 3, which is to be minimized. So differentiating with respect to theta, sec theta differentiation is sec theta tan theta, and cosec theta differentiation is minus cosec theta cot theta. Now to get the value of theta, we will equate it to 0. So we get B sec theta tan theta minus cosec theta cot theta equal to 0. Shifting A cosec theta cot theta the other side. Converting sec theta as 1 by cos, tan theta as sin by cos. Same here. Cosec as 1 by sin, cot as cos by sin. Then taking the cross multiplication, we get B sin cube theta plus A cos cube theta. Again shifting sin upon cos whole cube. Taking up the cross multiplication, we get A by B the other side, and sin by cos gives tan cube theta equal to A by B. Shifting cube the other side, we will get tan theta as A upon B raised to the power 1 by 3. Now to prove that it is minimum length, the length is minimum, again statement number 4 is differentiated with respect to theta, that is the first derivative is again differentiated. So differentiating it, for using the multiplication rule for sec theta tan theta, we get B as common. Tan theta's derivative is sec square theta, so that makes sec cube theta, and derivative of sec theta is sec theta tan theta, so it makes sec square theta tan theta. Same we have to do it with minus A cosec theta cot theta derivative. We will get it in this way. Both cosec theta derivative is negative and cot theta derivative is also negative. So negative and negative comes out, makes it positive. So the entire term of the second derivative is positive, which is greater than 0. Therefore, the length is minimum. Now as we have the length of hypotenuse as sec theta and cosec theta, we will calculate the value of sec theta and cosec theta by using tan theta and cot theta value. So tan theta is A upon B raised to the power 1 by 3. Cot theta will become reciprocal of tan, so B upon A raised to the power 1 by 3. Calculating sec theta, by using identity. Sec theta is under root of 1 plus tan square theta. Keeping the value of tan theta, we get root of 1 plus a upon b raised to the power 2 by 3. Same way it goes parallel with cosec theta by keeping cot theta value. Taking the LCM, we will get under root of b raised to 2 by 3 plus a raised to 2 by 3 divided by root of b 2 by 3. Now taking the root of b raised to 2 by 3 will give us b raised to 1 by 3. Same it is being done in the cosec theta. Once we have got the value of sec theta and cosec theta, keeping in statement number 3, in the place of sec theta and cosec theta, these values, we get AC is equal to, this whole thing we will get it, taking out root of b raised to 2 by 3 plus a raised to 2 by 3 common, and operating b upon b raised to 1 by 3 as b raised to 1 minus 1 by 3, a raised to 1 minus 1 by 3. That gives us a raised to 2 by 3 and b raised to 2 by 3. Root is expressed as half, and half plus 1, adding the power as the base are same, half plus 1 gives us 3 by 2. So the length of hypotenuse is minimum, and we have proved that the length is equal to a raised to 2 by 3 plus b raised to 2 by 3 raised to the power 3 by 2. Very carefully you have to differentiate and substitute the values and simplify. 13th one is, find the points at which the function f is given by fx is equal to x minus 2 raised to the power 4, x plus 1 cube has local maxima, local minimum and point of inflection. So again calculating the first derivative by using the multiplication rule and chain rule. F dash x plus 1 cube kept as it is, derivative of the power and the derivative of x minus 2 using chain rule for both of them. So here we get the first derivative will be x plus 1 cube, 4x minus 2 cube, derivative of x is 1. Here we will get x minus 2 raised to the power 4 as it is, 3x plus 1 square. Taking out common from both, x minus 2 whole cube and x plus 1 whole square. Inside the bracket remains this. Expanding the bracket and calculating, we get f dash x is equal to x minus 2 whole cube, x plus 1 square, and this bracket calculation gives 7x minus 2. Now to calculate the value of x, we will be equating it to 0. Total 3 values of x we will get it. That is, one of them is x equal to 2, one is x equal to minus 1, another one will be x equal to 2 by 7. Keeping these values of x in fx, for f of 2 it will be 0, f of minus 1 also will be 0, and f of 2 by 7 will be this value, and if you calculate it, it will give you the maximum value. So comparing with 0, the local maximum will be at 2 by 7. Local minimum is 0, that will be at x equal to 2, and the point of inflection will be at x equal to minus 1, because at this point it remains as negative after substituting the value of x equal to -1.